Hey there!
I'm Sunny.
I'm Skylar.
And together,
we're CRUSHCast, aka the Vixens of Crush Publications.
Join us today for another fun time with Crush.
Hi there, best-selling authors Sunny A. Morgan and Skylar Quinn coming together to discuss the joys of erotica and literature. Today's topic is the Crush Virtual Eroticon and Black Dagger Brotherhood Episode 3 and 4.
And our sponsor today is My Romance Reads. You can find them with the link that we will post below. Yeah. You ready?
Well, Sunny, what kind of new releases have you had lately?
Well, I feel like it's been forever since we've been on here. So several, but this past week we shared one, which was the Night of the Shared Crush, our zombie apocalyptic convention, romance, sex, erotica. I don't know what it is. It's there's murder, there's mayhem, there's sex, there's like
everything you could love and want.
Yes, with our very good friend Marty Chapin is in it. So that was last week's. And then this week I have Miranda, and it is part of my summer fun series where each week it is a new woman and their adventures. Some are hot wives, some are divorced, some are just looking for some summer fun. So it's a great series. I'm excited about it. So Miranda is live Friday, the 4th.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, in addition to last week's shared story, I also was part of an anthology of the Hot Wife Digest Volume 1 with the Ake group that we're very excited about. My story is an at-first sight story, at-first wife exploration. So if you want that one, it will only be there or in the print book whenever I put that together. And then this week I have The Mayor, which is part of my summertime adventure. There's no link yet because it is still currently being written, but it'll be live on Friday come hell or high water.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun. Well, the Ake Digest one, that one sounds like I was reading through it and it's just a lot of fun with so many different authors and the concept of more of like a penthouse letters kind of concept. It's kind of cool.
Well, yeah, and it's nice. This first one had 8 of the authors. I think we're going to limit it to 5 or 6 going forward. I know you're going to be in the next 2 with me. But the letters were fun. My letter was, I can't remember how I signed it off, something from Texas. And everybody kind of signed it off and where they live. So that was kind of neat. We had a lot more people from London than I realized in the group.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun writing them all. I think the formatting was interesting because it was a collective of opinions. And so, everybody agreeing to the same thing is difficult, but I think this next one will be easier because we've gone through the process once, so we'll be good to go. But it was a lot of fun, and it was definitely a different type of collaboration than I'm used to,
Yeah. That's good,
You'll experience all the fun of it in a month.
I will, yes.
When our next one's out, or we write our next one.
Right. Which, adding that to the long laundry list of things.
Yeah, but it's exciting though because all of us have such different readers, and so it'll be a great exposure for all of our different ones to cross through. So
yeah, that's true. Definitely.
And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, because you share so many readers, but there's still so many that you don't capture. And so I was hoping that my At First Sight series might draw some people in, because I do really love that series.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Have you thought about what you might want to put in the September edition?
No.
Not at all?
No. But I'm excited because it's a little different, so I am excited about it. I need to think about it, but I have 2 other things that have to be done first.
Sure.
And then, yeah.
I think I'm using it as my excuse to force me to finish the Hot Wife Book 12 that I never finished.
Well, that's good. I mean,
I have to have some reason to finish it, right? So I think I'm just going to use that and toss it in there.
that's good. If it gives you that motivation to finish.
Hopefully it does. I don't know what else I'm going to do otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Ooh, a lot coming up. Our con is 24 days away, which is insane to me.
It's going to go to this, like that.
Yeah, as we get down to this last month, it's just like, boy, so much to do. And
I feel like we were just here a year ago. Like, I feel like it was just like a month ago. So much has happened in such a short time.
Yeah, definitely feels that way. But it's exciting, though, that we're in year 2 of our con. Yep. So that's fun.
And year 3 has already date picked out and stuff's planning for it.
So we're already planning, yes. And I like that we have different people and some of the same coming back. So I like that people wanted to come back and that, people are now exploring and trying us out. So it's fun.
We'll see how it goes with the 2 tracks. I'm a little nervous, Like I want to make sure we get everybody evened out and not like everybody just going to one. I'm a little nervous.
Well, because they're all going on at the same time as opposed to like one, we could kind of handle it, and now it's just like, there's not really a room for either one of us to have an error because there could be an issue that we have to take care of.
That is correct.
Since there's 2 tracks at the same time. So.
But I mean, it's going to be great, good. Just it'll like last year.
Yeah, last year we were nervous too, and it went perfectly. I mean, for our first year, it went great. We didn't really have any hiccups that were our fault.
Exactly. The only hiccups were people no showing.
Yes. Well, yeah, and there's a few technical things, but they weren't our fault. They were user or they were Zoom. So, but we kind of like tried to figure out a way to make better instructions. So we're going to try to do that so that it's easier for everybody to navigate through the rooms.
Well, and hopefully only having like one room for the author track, one room for the reader track will make it a little easier. Maybe I made it too complicated last year, having a room for each panel, so making it more efficient.
And this way they just have to, if they just want to do all reader, they just have to stay in the reader track. So
exactly.
Great. It'll be fun. And this also, it's no way for like sometimes like our panelists getting lost, which room that they need to go to. Yes. So we only have
forcing people into rooms.
Right. Yeah. So there's only a couple of rooms, so it shouldn't be. I mean, author or reader. You just need to know who you are. Or which panel. So that might be the issue that we have to make sure that the panelists
authors
know.
Thinking they're readers or the readers thinking they're authors.
Well, that the authors that are on the panels think that they are supposed to be on the reader's track, but they're actually on the author's track. So like
I'll make sure to highlight it when I send out the email today.
Yeah, that they know what track that they will be going to and what breakout room. And they can kind of stay there or they can, go check out the reading room or whatever.
Yeah, I think we only have one person who's on 2 panels, Sasha Marshall. I think she's on 2 panels. I think maybe Alex Terra is also on 2. But I think it's 1 or 2. And then I know we have 2 or 3 that are also on the author takeovers. Okay. So, but it shouldn't be bad. It should be great. And I was wondering, like, what the feedback will be this year, because we took all of the feedback so seriously last year, and we've incorporated almost all of the feedback. And so now I'm just thinking, like, what could we possibly change for next year?
Well, somebody's always going to have something, and that's fine, and that's good because it makes it to where we can just keep getting better, and it makes it a little fresh each year, so it's not exactly the same. So
that's a true statement.
So I think that that's good. That if they are able to come up with things, hopefully they, things that we can control. Because I think like the ones that we did not do were things that we had nothing to do with. Like we can't control what Zoom does with their software. I mean,
and we can't control where the buttons are on their screen, and
right. So I mean, those kind of things are just like we are not able to. I did learn today because I put like on my computer differently. So if you've not downloaded the Zoom app to your computer, you don't get all the features.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so like I don't know if it was like when you were saying you couldn't get like some of the avatars when we were practicing with like Ranch and Marty.
That was probably a user error because I have that.
Oh, well, I don't know them.
I won't put it past me with a user error.
But that was the thing. Like without I couldn't like get all of the different things because I was just like to mirror my image so that I'm not backwards on the screen, and I couldn't do that until like I downloaded the app.
Oh, you mirror your image?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that's an option. Huh. I just look at myself backwards. Yeah, well, I try to look at you when I talk, so I'm not like looking off somewhere. But then I think I should probably just be looking at the camera because otherwise my eyes are probably pointing downwards.
Right, and I like look at the camera, but my camera's up, and then I try to look at you, and then when I glance over at the like my picture on the screen, which I need to take off because then I like see like my eyes going all over the place. And I'm like, I just need to focus on one thing and not worry about where my eyes are going because.
That's why I try to focus on you, so at least I'm looking in the same place.
Yeah. So, yeah, and yours always looks straightforward. I look everywhere. And now I have a different camera, and I don't know, I don't really overly. I like the camera, I just haven't figured out the placement.
See, I wish mine was detachable because I'm looking down because it's on my laptop and I'm looking down, and so sometimes I'll stack it up so I can look it down and then I can look up because I feel like it makes my neck look better. But then I don't know. It's too complicated.
Yeah. On my laptop, it's just, I'm like straight, and I think I might like that better because this is just, I like the camera better. I just don't know if I like where it's at. But anyway.
We digress.
We totally got off the subject topic. Randomness.
Day in the life of our conversations.
Pretty much, yeah. So, I've been waiting all week to talk to you.
2 weeks, really.
2 weeks to talk to you about these episodes.
These episodes they're so good. Like, I'm shocked that I'm saying that, but I'm enjoying it so much.
Yeah, and we're talking about the Black Dagger Brotherhood.
Episodes 3 and 4.
Yes, that just is on Passionflix right now. It is J.R. Ward's Brotherhood, Black Dagger Brotherhood series that we love, and we've talked about, I don't know, a million times. I feel like
I know, right?
So
I wish Passionflix would redo True Blood. I was thinking about this as I was watching the 3rd episode. Like, I wish they would redo it because it just was so ruined by Alan Ball on HBO, and Passionflix is just knocking it out of the park.
They are. I mean, when it comes to actually
Minus
the story. Well, when it comes to the story and, some of the graphics or some of the like special effects are not, because they don't have the budget, and I get that,
right?
But I think the acting is good. I don't think that that's really an issue. I do think the wigs are horrible, but I mean,
I do really like Rage.
I love Rage, but I hate his hair color.
I love him.
I love Rage too. No, he was one of my favorites, but like I hate this hair color that they got because it's like this. It reminds me when I was younger and I would put like sun in my hair and it would get that orangey color. And you're trying to get that's what it reminds me of.
What it reminds me of. But it doesn't bother me. I mean,
Well, he has so much charisma and like
yeah,
he
it
is
doesn't
so like yeah.
Rat's wig just, it fucking throws me out of the scene. Like, I don't know.
It doesn't me
bothers
anymore.
me.
I'm just kind of like I don't like it, but I'm good with it because I think he does such a good job
Yeah.
as Wrath that like I'm good.
That I don't remember if I sent you the TikTok or you sent it to me about him and his comments that the readers were giving about like don't fuck this up. Like it's just
No, oh, yeah.
it's so funny. Like I'm glad they're taking it seriously. I'm glad they're taking, all of us readers and what we want to see in it. And I'm glad Gerald Ward's having so much fun because you can just see her enjoyment. It like radiates off of her when she talks
because
about
it would just be amazing to have your characters
would.
like right there come to life in front of you, like that you've spent like 20 years writing and there they are. I mean,
Amazing.
it would just be, yeah, because it's not like she just wrote one book.
Right.
There's so many, and to like, I don't know, it would just be unreal. So and her to have
I
like as
love
much
it for her.
control, yeah, and as much as control as she has on it, which is great too. So
I think it's doing so much for just the paranormal community. I love that we are all getting this. I mean, we waited forever for Sherilyn Kenyon, and she kept teasing that it was going to happen. It never happened. And now we're finally getting it. And I just love that for all of us.
yes, I love it too. Because and this is the perfect book to like the series to start with this to do because it's so there's so many details to it and there's so many things that you can relate in it in different ways. I just love the series. So,
I unfortunately did not do what I wanted to do and reread it, so I don't know how many details they've left out. But I feel like they're hitting all the points. Everything I remember from the book, I feel like I'm seeing.
I mean, most of it is like line for line when it comes to dialogue, especially.
Did you see that TikTok? This lady had the book open and she was
reading it. I know.
Mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, that's just crazy. But yeah, they're keeping a lot of it. I reread it recently, and I feel like there are things that are missing because it's just the reality but nothing that really needs to be missing. I mean, because they have like even like little mundane things that could have been like cut out but weren't. So I think it's pretty really close to how it was in the book. I do love though how we both were loving Butch in the series. And the TV series, but we did not in the book. And then his interaction with Marissa. Why. Yes, his interaction with Marissa. And I was like, oh my God, he is such a dork. This is why I did not like him in the books. But
I do think the actor played it so well. I think right now he's my favorite actor right now in the series, just because I mean he's nailing it. They're all doing great, but I think he's my favorite.
Yeah.
I can't remember, and I've been meaning to text this to you, but since we're talking about it, might as well. I can't remember. Maybe we shouldn't spoil. Maybe I shouldn't say spoilers. I'll text it to you later then.
Okay. I mean, maybe we shouldn't in some ways, I feel like everybody else has already spoiled. Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we shouldn't spoil his book, but his book was not one of my favorites at all.
Agreed. But I think but I've never liked Marissa.
Yeah.
She was never
weak.
Yes.
She seems weak. Yeah.
Yes, and just like so frail and I mean, and the character.
That's not. I mean, it's technically not her fault.
It's not, but the actress is playing it perfectly.
She is. She's doing a really good job.
And the jealousy and the heartbreak, like I don't know, it's been phenomenal watching. Did we talk about Fritz yet?
No. No, but I love him. I do too.
He's perfect.
He is
absolutely perfect.
And I love that his wife is a fan of the series in real life. I love that. I think that is just hilarious and perfect.
Yes.
But he's so good. I really like him.
I tell you what, like Passionflix, I want to look into some of their other series, but I don't know why we never heard about this place before. I mean, it's doing great and it's 4 books. Why did we never hear about it before?
Well, I had seen them on TikTok, but I never watched them watch any of the shows before. So I don't know. I started scanning through and there's some I want to see, but I'm just like, I don't know if I want to get invested in another series right now. But
we're going to have to so we can continue the conversations.
Yes, I know. So I do love, though, that they are doing all of these books because there's a lot that look really interesting. So.
Well, I wonder how far they'll go. I mean, they said 11 seasons is what they've talked about. Like, that's great. That'd be amazing.
It would, but
yeah, we'll see. And the last week, all the readers took the servers down. I think that's hilarious.
They did some in the beginning. They keep doing that. I think it's hilarious that at 12:01 servers. I guess I'm glad that I sleep through it because I don't have any issues getting it on my computer. I can't get it on my phone for whatever reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm able to do it on my computer, so it's fine. And I cast it to my TV.
Well, I think it's hilarious that we as a collective took the servers down. That just shows you how great it is. And I mean, it's so funny that all these people are finding J.R. Ward now, and we've loved her this whole time. And so now that she's having all these clips of her talking about her stuff, I mean, it's great. It's I wish she had this much, a decade ago, but that's great for her. I'm so excited for her.
Yeah, no, it is great. And she's so hilarious and raw, and
she's someone you could sit around and drink with and have fun.
You would have to, because she would just I feel like she would wear you out. You wouldn't be able to keep up. So you would have to be doing something to keep up with, because she's just so animated and so loud, but she's great. I love watching her get excited about all of them. So it is fun. And Raid is confirmed for next, so I can't wait.
And I love that I totally forgot that he shifts. And I was like, oh my god, that's right! I forgot
too, and I never thought it would look like a dragon.
I mean, it was
because they would always just say beast, and so I was not thinking of this dragon. It's why.
Well, and it's so funny. We had just talked about before you watched it, why are those two the ones together? And then you're like, oh, you'll remember. You'll remember when you see it. I was like, oh my god, how did I forget such an important part of the damn story?
Yeah, and that's what it was, because I text you and I'm like, okay, if Rage and Wrath are the strongest, why are they fighting together? But that's why. The beast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's hilarious.
I don't think Vicious, the character, is growing on me. I think the actor behind the character is growing on me with all the stuff I'm seeing on TikTok. But I'm still not turned on by the on-screen.
Because okay.
Maybe it'll be different if he gets more into it, in the as he gets more involved. Maybe it will. Maybe the Butch and V banter is what I need. I don't know.
Well, I think he's pretty much what he was in book 1.
Right, but
so he was never somebody I was overly until his book, and then I was like, damn.
Well, maybe
so
he just didn't. He turns me off on screen. But I like the TikTok of the real guy.
But it's just so funny because he is exactly, besides his height, he is exactly
I know.
like the description. Like he is the description.
He's
He
perfect.
really
I know.
is. Besides, height. But everything else, he is the description exactly. And so
But I
it's
do
just
like that he was so insistent on the eyes. The
I do,
detail
I
of the
hate
eyes.
those eyes.
I
God,
hate the eyes too,
eyes.
but I like that he wanted to be true to the character.
Right. I hate all their contacts though. I think they all look weird.
They're hand painted.
I know. And they spend a lot of time making sure they are correct, and I get it. And I know that that's what their eyes were look like, but it's like in the book, I don't like how they look. Like it's weird to me.
So, would you want to see Blood Myth on Passionflix?
I mean, of course, ideally, yes. You would love to see your stories on something like that. Yes. That would just be insane. I can't imagine though, who would play who. If you had if you had an ideal cast.
Oh.
But you know what? Actually, Tannerick would be. I think the guy who plays V would be a great Tannerick.
He would be a great Tannerick. He would. He would. Oh, that's ironic.
Yeah, it's just funny, but yeah.
I don't know if I could pick an ideal cast of the Blood series.
I don't know if I could. I mean, like we had talked about before when we were saying who our ideal people would be for Black Dagger Brotherhood, we would price ourselves out of. I would price myself out. So, if I was,
I just don't even know who I would remotely land on. I guess my only thing is I'd have to make sure someone was of Middle Eastern descent. I would want that authenticity to my characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than that, I guess I'd be open.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Passionflix is amazing, and I definitely want to dive into different ones.
Yeah, I think they're doing great. So yeah, it's fun.
And I love that it is like that the readers are being celebrated here. And it's not just like so much of today is like the comic books or the politics and all that. But this is just for readers, and I love that because we get picked on so much by general people. Oh, you're a reader, you read that trash, but this is for us, and I love it.
Yeah. Which is, I think it's hilarious that it's judged so much because this is the biggest genre.
Yeah.
And
billions of dollars.
Yeah, romance in general. So I think it's hilarious that people judge it. But to each their own.
I mean, I just think one day it'd be so cool. Crush Publications brings you whatever of our series. I just think it'd be amazing. I'm putting it out there into the universe.
I think it would be too. Yeah, it would be really cool. I don't know if I'd want to write a new one though. Maybe.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying a new series that would be good.
With Passionflix in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Hemlock would be good on there because we have all these different characters. It could go on for many seasons.
But I didn't really, yeah. But I mean, it's so light, and I haven't seen anything on there that's more cozy. But maybe there is. I just need to search.
I haven't either
because theirs feels more drama, passion.
Well, then maybe we should try to sell Hemlock to Hallmark.
There we go.
I mean, they did put out The Good Witch. I do like The Good Witch.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. We just, edit out the sex.
Putting it out there.
Edit out the sex.
Okay, well, that would really cut down our books.
Yeah. Because Hallmark, isn't it they only, they get to the kiss and then they're done.
Yeah. I guess it's all behind closed doors. I didn't think about
Yeah.
that. So we're back to Passionflix.
Yeah.
I just think it's amazing what Musk has done with it. Major kudos.
Yeah.
Major kudos.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. That's exciting. So.
It'd be cool if we could get Passionflix involved in the con next year.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Ooh, maybe we should start working on that. Again, putting things out there into the universe. You never know what's going to hit.
Exactly. That would be amazing. So we just need to spend the year talking about them, and maybe we'll get there.
We tag them enough in our stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. JR Ward too. She can sit on a panel. She can just be her own.
I think it's great when you're watching these panels. She just takes that mic and she walks back and forth and does her own thing, and the other authors are just sitting there watching. The one I sent you last night, I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, if I was on a panel and I just took the mic and got up and start walking, like, I wonder what the people would do.
Well, they may be like cool because nobody else is doing it. I mean, but yeah, like with her, it's just so funny. She's just like, whatever. This is my room.
She does what she wants.
We're gonna throw the F-bomb out here 50 times. We're just gonna move on.
I mean, more power to you, lady. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, it's great. It's so much fun to watch her.
And I hate that every time there's been a virtual signing, I've always missed it. I've always seen it after the fact.
Yeah.
So, because I just saw a virtual signing that I missed again this week. So, I would love to have a signed book of hers.
Yeah, that would be great.
So,
that would be awesome.
And I think it's fantastic that she wants these characters to stay true. And then my hope is that because the series is already written, that they won't try to take it in like such a crazy direction. You know? Like with what happened with True Blood that was still being written while it was airing. Right. You know? And that the executives influenced how the series went. And so I really like that won't happen here. It's already written.
Right. And I mean, she's done so well at keeping like it close to her and her keeping in charge and where. So I don't think that's an issue. I don't think she's gonna let people just take over her series. At least I hope not.
I hope not too, because I mean, she does so good. Did you read any of her other stuff?
I read the Angel one?
I think it's like the Archangel. I read like 4 of those books, I think.
Yeah, I read a few of those. Those were kind of weird because I felt like we went off track like to too many different people. Like that didn't make sense to me. It was much
harder.
Yeah, it just like it didn't make a lot of sense to me. But I mean, they were great, obviously, because they were her. But it's just not the same for me.
Yeah, it was. I had to stop. It just wasn't the same. But it was all still in Caldwell, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
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 Oh, good stuff. Author goals for us. One day people will be talking about us on a podcast.
Yes. And our series that is staying true to the books.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And we're going to be just as excited and animated as she is when it comes to
and it's just so great.
Yeah.
To see. I just love her smile. And I also love, like, major props that she'll just turn that camera on and she'll talk and she is just as she is. It's like she just doesn't care. She is who she is. She doesn't have to get dolled up. She's just a real person. And I love that. Like, I think all women should just be that empowered.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, she doesn't care. Like, she doesn't have a filter. Like, what she says is what she says. It's like, whatever.
I mean, she's such an inspiring person.
Yeah.
I mean, I know our stories aren't as I don't even know the word to describe what her stuff is. Immense or just so massive, and I know they're not like that, but I hope one day our Blood Myth and the Blood series, I hope they're loved like the BBD is.
Yeah.
In their own right.
I mean, those have like the background, and like those stories of ours have the meat to them that is so hard to write. And
it is.
But I love like our Hemlock now though, because it gives us a little bit of this background, but it's also light and fun because I love cozy mysteries too. I love just that, and I think our Hemlock is a different take on cozy mystery because
I mean, I agree completely.
Very spicy, and there's not always a mystery too, obviously. Like there's just always, but there's a plot of some sort. And
you have such the intermingling. It's just like nothing kind of goes away, you know? And I think that really helps things.
Right.
And it's kind of like what our other series have, to where those were, full-on novels, and our Hemlock together, like as a collective print book, that's a fantastic book. I mean, it is a neat, thick book. And there's so much intertwining in the places that they visit. And it's so much like a real town. Because when you're in a town, you see your neighbors, but you still have your own life. But you go to things, you do different stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so real.
It is.
With paranormal spin.
The vampires and the werewolves and witches hanging out. Besides that.
Yeah. Besides that. Yeah.
But so it's fun.
You know what I meant.
No, I know. I mean, it is real, and it does feel like a little town. And
I love showing people our map.
I know.
Like I love
our map too. Yeah.
I love the map, and I love that it's something that we really did build together. And because our other ones are projects on our own, but I love that this is a life that we jointly did, and I just think it's fantastic. And I would just love to see all of these different characters get their own, time on screen. Because I think, with what True Blood did with the Vampire Club, like the Attic could definitely, do that. And there is that appeal. There are readers that love those types of things. Right. But then you also have like that cozy, fun diner with, the old lady who owns it and always, interacting with the different people. And then just like the mayor being so involved, just all this different stuff. I mean, there's just so many facets that just peel away layers. I don't know. I just think it'd be amazing.
It would.
I need another adjective.
I use amazing all the time too.
Be glorious.
Yes. Fabulous.
Yes, exactly.
That's funny.
And I haven't really gotten any bad feedback about it. I mean, even the people that normally read my Hot Wife stuff or, the BDSM, when they read it, they all have said that they enjoyed it. So it's not like, it seems like the readership is able to cross over and still find something that they like in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that it is such a specific niche, though, that's kind of like where we have is finding that audience. Yeah, yes. Because we have...
The natural audience.
I mean, right, because it's a paranormal, cozy, warm, fun, erotica.
Like, what category to file it in?
Right, I mean, people who live in small towns, they have hot sex. So.
Exactly. And I kind of think, like, because I live in a small town, and so I kind of think, like, when I run into the people on the streets, like, how is it like, and, I mean, I know I live in Houston, but I live in, like, a small town right outside Houston, and, I don't know, I mean, I relate to the Hemlock Valley so much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I live in a small town, too, and I know everybody. Well, it helps that you grow up here.
Right.
But it's everyone, and we have our town square and stuff like that. So
I don't know. I feel like we talk about Hemlock a lot, but because we love it.
We do. It's just, it's also something we're doing together, and
yeah.
So, but we do love it, and it's like taken for a long time for us to do it. So nice,
yeah,
to have those coming out twice a month. So
it is, and it's nice to me also that the covers look so good together. I love looking at the images of the 8, or I don't know if I did the 8 or 10 last one, but I was like, they just look so perfect. You do an amazing job.
They do look so good, and I love that they're together. It's just fun. It looks fun. But I think that it also, like, that's our catch-22. It looks fun and festive, and but people are like, this is an erotica.
Right.
But I love them, and I know, like, we should probably have the different covers for what they are, but I don't want different covers.
I don't want a different cover. If we never sell them, that's okay. I love the stories. I love the covers. Yeah. But I do think, like, one day we will find the right niche to
we have to keep pushing that in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. We have to keep, like, maybe we need to, like, start hashtagging it all the time. Paranormal cozy erotica. Like, I mean, that's my subtitle, because I'm like, people need to know that it is like paranormal and it's erotica, and it's kind of a sweet, like, fun little town.
It's like, Hallmark with erotica.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, tag Hallmark.
Yep. Spicy Hallmark.
Well, we should circle back. Remind everybody about the con. The VIP tickets are $15 right now. That $15 will get you 3 entries into our Vegas Resort Hotel giveaway, our 2 entries into our grand prize, which currently has 17 books, but I think 2 more are still on the wait list, so up to 19, maybe 20, which is valued at over $200. And then we have free tickets, which get you into the event, and 1 entry into the grand prize. And then every panel will have a winner for listening to it. And then we will have the scavenger hunt, which is valued, I think, close to $115. So if you participate all day, you can enter into a different category prize. So we have lots of prizes, I think like 12 or 13 altogether. So lots of giveaways.
Yes. And then we just have, like, a lot of things happening. We have author takeovers who are going to do, like, games or readings or whatever it is they're going to do with you, but it's going to be fun. Excuse me. And
then we have a few bestsellers that are joining us.
Yep. And we have people international, so it's like from different countries and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of something for everybody who loves spicy, erotic smut.
Exactly.
Something for everyone. So
just make sure you grab your tickets, because it all closes at like 8 a.m. the day of. So time's ticking.
And those VIP tickets, like, I mean, 24. But the VIP tickets also, like, you get like $75 worth of ebooks for the VIP.
Oh, yes.
tickets.
Yes.
So, like, I mean, that's like
it's a great deal.
Huge deal. Not to mention all of the extra, like, entries into different things you automatically get these. So it's definitely worth the $15. But if not, the free ticket, we want to see you there participating, having fun. We just,
We had 75 readers last year, so hopefully we have just as many, if not more.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's there to support your favorite author or to find new authors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm excited.
Me too.
Close. So pay attention to our posts and our websites and everything, because we have different information daily on there.
It feels like it.
So, yeah. So.
Well, don't forget to subscribe and follow us online. You can find our social media profiles at Crush Pub or our website at crushpublications.com.
And again, our sponsor is My Romance Reads. And you can find them with the link below, but they're great support to authors, and you'll see them on one of our panels as well.
Thank you for joining us today on CRUSHCast.
Be sure to follow us so you can catch our next episode in 2 weeks.
Thanks to our sponsor this week and to all of you for listening.
Peace, love, and crush on.